Good morning. Please excuse my hair. I have not even looked at it this morning until right now in the viewfinder, and I'm looking a little busted. So it is currently 10:30 in the morning. I'm having an early lunch because I have a flight today. I'm deadheading from DFW to Chicago, and then going from Chicago, working a flight to Atlanta, and I have a layover in Atlanta, but I land at like midnight, so I'm not gonna be able to do anything because I have an early morning in the morning, I believe. So I'm gonna hurry up and finish this food so I can start getting ready for the day. I do have plenty of time to get ready because my deadhead isn't until like 3 o'clock. But thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Charli. If you're new here, I am a Dallas-based flight attendant, and I'm just gonna be vlogging this 4-day trip for you guys. I'm sure you noticed that I'm in a new location. I am at an apartment. I'm not currently at a crash pad. I am renting out a room. I love it. It's way better than crash pad life. So I'm gonna hurry up, scarf down this food, and do something about my appearance. So I am all dressed. I'm getting ready to head to DFW. I haven't worn this blazer since graduation, and I still don't think I like it. I think it looks really good on other people, which is why I wanted to try it out. But I don't know. Maybe it's the shoulder pads. Something about it just isn't giving. I will see y'all when I get to the airport.
We try so hard to waste it all. Waste our love before it's gone. And just like kids are cheating death, we lose our minds and hold our breaths, and cut right through the glossy layers, with no time for empty prayers. Always someone to defeat, but no surrender, no retreat.
I look greasy and swollen and puffy, but we're gonna get into this flight. There are 2 airports that give me the most anxiety, and the passengers give me the biggest problems, and that is Chicago, ORD, and Atlanta, ATL. And y'all know I worked that flight from Chicago to Atlanta. And it's not even just the passengers. I don't want to put it all on like the passengers always make it worse. No, Chicago's airport is always a hot mess. Just because like the way it's ran, the way it's run, the way it's run. It's unorganized, it's a mess. It's a mess. But the people going to Atlanta be trying my patience. But we made it. We're finally at the hotel. It is after 1 o'clock in the morning. My camera's out of focus. There we go. But before I tell y'all about this flight, I'm gonna give y'all this hotel tour. I'm going to shower, and then I'm gonna sit down and tell y'all all about that flight. This is what you see when you first walk in the bathroom area. We have we got 2 sinks. My stuff's over there covering up the other one. So we got 2 sinks, 1 flight attendant. Oh, look how weird my body looks. I only have 1 leg. Oh, sis is skinny. Waist is snatched. Okay, cool. Anyways, look in here. Y'all already know what's in here. Ironing board. Iron. Look at me be skinny again. If I had 2 legs, I'd be here for this. Toilet. Some towels. We got a tub. Not too fancy. Walk back through here. Ignore all my stuff. And we get to our living room area. Wait, before we get into the living room area, we have this little coffee bar. My filthy mask, ignore her. And this is the living room area. It's my favorite color because it's blue. So we got our couch and our artwork. I really like this brick wall. As for the TV, we have a pretty good sized TV with a microwave. Yes, singing off key is my specialty. And we have a mini fridge, view of a parking lot, and a street. Fascinating. Back through here. Welcome to the bedroom. Another TV, more art, and big old bed. I checked for thugs, but I forgot to check for bugs. You gotta make sure you check for bugs and thugs. I'm gonna go check for those bugs right now, and I'll be right back. Okay, I just checked for bugs and thugs. We're good. But yeah, I like this room. Okay, let's talk about this flight. Did my deadhead from Dallas. This is a lot of traffic. So I did my deadhead from Dallas to Chicago. I signed in for my trip early, but I got to the gate, not late, but while boarding had already started, just because I didn't, you know, I knew I had a seat, so I didn't have to rush over there. And I was talking to my friend Haley in the crew room, so I didn't have time to pick my seat, and I got stuck with the middle seat. And I was in between these big burly like dudes, and I'm almost positive I fell asleep with my head on one of them's shoulders. And I just know that my head had to be like leaned all the way over. Like there's no way I just that's embarrassing. So that's the deadhead, that's whatever. So I got to Chicago, I met my crew after I walked over to the gate, and I really like my FA2. It's not who it was supposed to be. I think this person just picked up the trip because the other person dropped it, and she's only here for today, which sucks because I know we'd have so much fun on our lost day. But unfortunately, I don't know who they're gonna send out to work with us tomorrow, but my FA2, she was the best. So I met my crew and everything. Oh, I was sitting at the wrong gate. Y'all saw me sit down and I was eating this earlier. I was sitting at the wrong gate. My tablet said L3. It said it all the way up until we were about to start boarding, and I was looking, I was like, this flight, no one's here. So the gate agent finally came up and I asked them, they said, yeah, there's been a gate change. But my tablet never told me that. And yeah, that was a hot mess. So I finally went to the correct gate, and I had like 10 minutes until boarding, which is the time that I'm required to be there. So I was exactly right on time instead of being there early, which I hate that. I'm flying with the all Chicago crew, and I just try to be extremely better when I'm flying with a crew of people that I don't know or I don't see a lot. So I was trying to make a good impression, but I was a little late. Not late, but not early. I did my little pre-flight. I got everything ready. It was no big deal. We boarded, and then we had to de-ice. Chicago, you know, you have to de-ice. We de-iced at the gate. Tell me why it took over an hour to finish this de-icing process. It took a good 40 minutes for them just to come to our gate to de-ice us. It took 20 minutes for them to actually do the de-icing, and it was just like insane how long we're waiting. Like, I was in the back with FA2, we were talking and everything, we tried to keep the passengers updated, but it took an hour, over an hour. So the passengers are getting a little crabby, which I can't blame them. Like, I'm getting crabby too. This is supposed to be a 1 hour and 30-minute flight from Chicago to Atlanta, but it's taking longer to even get in the air at this point. So we ended up taking off an hour late just because of the de-icing procedures. But it's worth it, because anything safety related is worth the time that it takes to do it. We don't want to die. But you know, people don't like to think about that. They like to think about the fact that they're running late. So then we were doing the flight, everything went good. I was working first class. I did not think that I'd fall in love with first class, but I truly, truly love up there. Like, I love working first class. So I'm making my little drinks, I'm doing my little small talk. It is a night flight. The flight ended up taking off at like 10. So a lot of people weren't like that worrisome, I should say. That sounds mean, but like they really didn't want that much because it was nighttime. They were all asleep from the 1 hour they've been sitting there before we even took off. And then we do the flight, and then we land, and no one's there to help us taxi in. And then no one, when we finally taxi in, we're good. No one's working the freaking jet bridge. So we had to sit there for another 30 minutes. I can't open the boarding door. The jet bridge isn't connected. It was just a hot mess. And they're just sitting there looking at me. Before we even get there, as soon as we hit the ground, everybody stood up. Who does that? And I think that's why we had to wait that extra 30 minutes, because karma. They had no business standing up as soon as we hit the ground. So then the FA2, she's like, please be reminded that everyone needs to be seated with their seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off. And I actually had to say that before we took off, because they had already did the chime that we were next to take off, and somebody stood up trying to get something out of the overhead bin. And then as soon as I said, ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened, we're about to take off, he like looked at me like I just slapped his mama or something. And then he sat down. I mean, as soon as he sat down, we took off. Dude, I'm over here trying to save your life. They don't appreciate me enough. Waiting at the gate for another 30 minutes. They finally come down, they open up, all of that good stuff. I'm standing at the front of the plane. I'm saying my usual stuff. Thank you, thanks for flying with us. Have a nice night, have a safe night, have a blessed night. Thank you, you know. Tell them thank you for flying my airline and just being nice. And this dude says, you need to look at my face now because I'm never gonna be on this plane again. What did he want me to do? I am sorry that he had such a bad flight. I had a bad flight too, so did the other 70 people on the plane, but like, what was the point of saying that? I understand being frustrated, I totally get it, but what was the point of saying that? And what was the point of saying that to me? Because I had nothing to do with that. So that's one thing about being a flight attendant, is that I take pride in smiling and doing my PAs and being all happy and stuff. And my FA2 complimented me on my PA, and I really like that. I love getting complimented on my PAs because it's something I'm really nervous about, and I think I'm getting a lot better at it. But anyways, I was having it was a tough flight just because of everything that was going on, but the actual in-flight procedures were good. And then he said that, and I was like, I didn't do anything to you, sir. I'm sorry. Like, I am truly sorry that we were so delayed, and I get it. It's past midnight. We're all cranky. I'm always happy in greeting everybody when they come on the plane, because they see the gate agents and everything, but you are their in-flight experience. Like, you as a flight attendant, you're going to be the person who makes or breaks their experience. And sometimes you have to take blame for things that you didn't do. Like, I've had a passenger say, what was it? Thanks for making us late. I didn't do anything. The weather made us late. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it, but I figured I'd tell y'all about it because this is something that you have to deal with. Oh, and then after we finally get through the airport and we have to take the train, y'all already know Atlanta is a huge airport. We had to wait at least 30 to 40 more minutes for our van because we were an hour late and our van left us, so we had to wait another about 40 minutes for the hotel van. I feel like I'm rambling, so I should probably close out this vlog. I was gonna make it the whole 4 days, but I think that I have enough footage from today just to have this be an Atlanta layover vlog. We have a 12:30 van tomorrow. I was gonna go out for breakfast, like a brunch with one of my friends. Unfortunately, he has to work, so I am just gonna go downstairs and eat breakfast here. Honestly, you guys, it's been a night, and it's almost 2 in the morning, and I'm still sitting here talking to y'all because I love talking to y'all. And honestly, I'm not even tired, so I'm probably just gonna watch some Criminal Minds or Euphoria or whatever. But thank you so much for clicking on this video. I love making these vlogs for y'all. Like, I love just sitting here and talking to y'all, and thank you so much for watching. Y'all, like, doing this honestly just makes my day. So thank y'all so much for watching. Have a blessed day, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.